But Avatar, yeah, I says I discussed this briefly, man. Avatar is getting a re-release in theatres prior to The Way of Water, the sequel that's coming out in December this year. As a trailer dropped, I have not watched the trailer because I don't have to be reminded about Avatar. I don't need a recap of what happened in the story. I grew up watching Fern Gully as a young guy. Great cartoon movie. And it's the exact same fucking story, set in space, on an alien planet. Humans' willful lust for destruction and tearing up rainforests and planets, and being a bit of a virus, destroying the raw materials of their own planet. The next natural step is to go to an alien planet and repeat the whole fucking process there. That's what this story was really going on about. It was about climate change without not being about climate change. And it had blue aliens and floating pieces of rock. And it had Sam Worthington, who was the man of the moment. I don't really need a trailer to rehash that for me. I don't even have to go back into the theatres and watch it again because I did that 13 years ago. But yeah, it's getting re-released. It's coming out on September 23rd. A theatrical re-release. This has got to be a record, even by Hollywood standards, for theatrical re-releases. This fucking movie has had more reruns in a theatre than I've had hot dinners. That's why it managed to get up to 2.8 billion at the box office and become the #1 grossing movie ever, before it lost it and then regained it because Disney cynical bastards wanted to release Avatar sequel under their umbrella as the #1 grossing movie of all time. And you best believe when they go to release the next two Avengers movies, they'll re-release Infinity War and Endgame to make it the #1 box office movie again. This is the way this company works. It's like a fucking merry-go-round of box office #1 spots. They just keep fucking re-releasing until they get the one they want to the top to promote what's coming out next. But yeah, man, it's coming out September 23rd. Of course, there was a whole nonsense about this last week. People were watching Avatar on Disney Plus. It was available to stream as part of the streaming service. Disney got up and just removed it at the fucking crack of dawn. Didn't let anyone know about it. It was gone off the streaming service. People were moaning about it. Some people were in the middle of watching the movie and then couldn't get it again. You can rent it for a cost. This is just Disney, man. This is what Disney do. They are like every other corporate entity on the planet. Capitalistic entity on the planet. It's all about the money. Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. I'll throw some Wu-Tang in there. Because why the fuck not? That's Disney for you. Anything they can get their hands on in terms of fucking accumulating money, they will do it. They've got Avatar. They've got James Cameron. And they're re-releasing the movie. Look, the only way I will get back into this fucking theatre to watch this movie again, it's not for 3D, I don't even give a fuck about that shit anymore, I'm beyond 3D, is if they have gave James Cameron some limitless amount of fucking money to go in and give us extra footage, to do it up. You can see here it's going to have an updated 4K digital print. I don't even care about that. I don't care about updated 4K digital prints. I want additional content. I want them to change something in the story. Give us something a bit more. Give us something different. Give us a reason to be in the theatre to watch this again. Because look, it was a great theatrical experience. It definitely was. It fucking made the whole 3D thing happen for about 5 years. And it created that buzz. And it's James Cameron, man. It was an experience. But why would I want to go back and watch it again when I've already seen it in the theatres? Oh, to be fair, I'm being selfish. There is a generation passed since then. The Zoomers are now growing up. Maybe they didn't go to the theatres and see this movie. Hell, we've got an alpha generation who are knocking on 10, 12, 11, whatever age they are. They didn't go and watch this movie in the theatre. So there is a generation and a half of people who perhaps missed this in the theatre, and it's given them a chance to go and watch it again, or watch it for the first time on a big screen. And it is an experience on a big screen, to be fair. So look, maybe I should be less cynical. But for someone like me who's seen it, don't really give a fuck. One thing I will say before I end though, they continue, and I've been guilty of this as well. They say in the article that the critics of this movie say that it dropped out of pop cultural relevance It lost all manner of fucking relevancy, if you like. Everyone forgot about this movie. It's not relevant in modern day society. No one remembers Pandora or the Navy. That's bullshit. That is a nonsense. People who lived it remember the story, they remember the characters, they remember the 3D buzz, they remember Sam Worthington. They remember it all, man. It's not dropped out of relevancy. That's just bitter people who wanted Endgame to win, like me, who said those things. It's still relevant. It's James Cameron. He's an absolute goat of a filmmaker. This movie will make fucking money again. In The Way of Water will make north of $1 billion if the world isn't fucking crumbling due to a recession by that point. If we're still able to spend money, I'll be in the theatre watching the sequel, believe me. If I'm not, so fucking be it.